This is more a tactical thing, but it's something worth mentioning nonetheless. Some teams prefer showing working software, and sometimes they prefer showing just slide to avoid all the issue that is coming from having software doesn't work or and everything. And we will see later how to handle that. But this question is something that is often left to the team, but I believe that there is nothing beats showing the real thing. Showing some screen capture and talking above it is something that can help, but it will not be able to help as much as showing the real thing working. Once you have your you know what do you want to show and how do you want to show it, you get to the meat of the presentation itself. The presentation should start always by demonstrating the value of the work. This comes in the form of answering the question why. Why do we did this work? Before even you start explaining what happened, what did you do, what do you build, everything, you have to answer the question, what business value get you to the point where you needed to build this, and how does this what you build solve the problem that you are trying to solve. You can mention the issue that either the bug or the new feature fix, the business needs that you are fulfilling. Don't start with other stuff, because audience attention is really flared and it's really scarce and you can lose it quickly. You will have like a few minutes to grasp their attention and to hook it, and best way to do that is to start by demonstrating that that they can that there is a lot of value from what you build, and to mention the exact value. Don't assume that the users know. They might know, they might not know, but don't assume it. Just say it. You will be surprised how much people forget about the work that you are doing, and you have to remind them why you are doing it. So don't hesitate to mention it again. And even if they know, it won't hurt if you can repeat it, unless of course somebody once before you and said something. So in that case, there is no need to repeat the same thing in a span of few minutes. There's also this aspect of working on the real thing. This connection between what the client are expecting and what you are building is something that you should keep in mind as long as all along the presentation or the demo or something. Each result of each interaction should provide some value. Show, don't tell. This is something that we learned in kindergarten. Everybody loves working software, even more than working code. Like I saw some presentation where people showed us just the code working, but there was also the question of, okay, how does that affect the end product from a user perspective? So if you are preparing either a demo or a script or something, instead of showing the code, you can just show what the code do. This is something that is more favorable to people who are working in the UI side or on the front end side, more than people who are working on some heavy coding stuff in the back end. Something that you might keep in mind is just showing a simple console with the login that you have either by accessing some database or something. I'm sorry, I'm giving a lot of examples from the software world, but I believe the same example can be extended to other products, not just software. You can also show the result of what you did by using some examples that are not integrated to the work. Actually, I saw people developing proper dashboard to show some stuff that the client would not use, but just to show the value, or like developing some external tools to use to show what they built, even if not something that the client will use directly. This point is regarding, yeah, that's it. Okay. This point is regarding knowing your audience. Today, when we are developing software, for example, about any product, the clients might come in many different shape and form. You might be building something that an end user will use, or you might be building just a small part of an application that another team will use to build on it, to build the end product. So keep that in mind when you are trying to build your presentation. Get a clear idea of who will be using this product directly. The more specific you can be, the better you can be for your presentation. If you can even name one person that will be directly using what you are building, that will be great. It will give you the proper precision of how you can tailor your presentation in a way that fit with that person. If you this in practical term might take some form of something as simple as, if you know you are building something for somebody who was technically inclined, you might go a little bit deeper in the details, while if you know you are building something for somebody who are less or more in the technical side, you may be putting the emphasis elsewhere. Also, if you are building something for internal use, you might just go with your internal jargon. I know that a lot of companies have the internal way of naming some stuff that will not fly outside the company. So if you are building something internal use, just go with it and it will be okay. But if you are building something that it will be used for external users, you might want to skip all that internal jargon and go with some industry standards. Another example is, if you are working with the same person again and again, you might start anticipating the question that that person will ask. And you start picking the answer for the question before even they ask. So basically, my main point is, try to know who the person who is going to be using this the thing that you are building, and try to tailor the message to them.